What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, or welcome to the channel in general. Today I'm going over my full card predictions for UFC 319. I already did a prediction on the main event, Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus Plessis, but I didn't do the rest of the card. I put just the main event in one video. So before we get into my full card predictions, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. And let's just get started. I'm gonna start all the way from the bottom. So if you don't want to hear the bottom fights, you can skip forward. I'm gonna try to go through these early prelims and prelims quickly. But let's see. Karine Silva versus why can't I click on it? Why isn't it letting me click on it? Okay, Karine Silva versus JJ Aldridge. I'm gonna go with Karine Silva. I think her career has just been more consistent lately, and I just think she's like younger by like a year. I think she's faster. I think it could be a clinch fest, but I don't really know. I'm gonna go Karine Silva decision. Brian Battle versus Nazalton Rozabayev. At first, I've heard a lot of people say Brian Battle's gonna win this. I don't think so. I actually think that Randy Brown performance was embarrassing. I know that like whole fight week was just bad for Brian Battle. He missed weight by a lot. Whatever, a lot happened then. I believe Nuzalton Rozabayev wins with activity with the hands, man. I believe it's going to be a stale kind of fight, but Rozabayev is just going to win with activity. I don't think he's going to damage, but I don't think there's going to be much damage here, but I think he wins just with his outside kicks. I think he just, boxes Brian Battle a little better, and he just throws more shots and then hits more shots. I don't think Brian Battle's going to throw much, and if he does, he does. They both have knockout power. This could end in a knockout, but I don't see that. I see these guys respecting each other's game a lot, and Ruzabayev just being more active. So I got Ruzabayev by decision. Edson Barboza versus Drakkar Close. I think this is gonna be a clinch fest. I really do. I think it's gonna be a clinch fest. Edson Barboza, he doesn't really fight on. He doesn't fight on the back foot, but he can, and I think that'll allow Drakkar Close to pressure him a little bit into the cage. There's going to be a lot of clinching. I believe Edson Barboza wins in these clinches, but I believe Drakkar Close is just going to box him better against the cage. I got Drakkar Close by decision. Crazy that Edson Barboza is still fighting, man. He's still getting wins, man. People forget, man. Now Chase Hooper versus sorry, I just zoned out. Chase Hooper versus Alexander Hernandez. I originally was going to go with Alexander Hernandez just because I thought the pressure of Hernandez and the striking, but I don't believe it. Actually, no, I do believe it could happen, but I believe Chase Hooper wins because he gets the takedowns. I believe it could be a split decision. I think it's going to be tough on the feet, but Chase Hooper has actually gotten pretty good on the feet, and I believe he times his takedowns well. I believe he wins the positions. I believe he wins the over under positions. He's really long for the division. I know there's a lot of long lightweights coming up or been around, but I don't know. I don't know why I just random thought of that. Alexander Hernandez, though, he has the experience. He's been around. He's fought the who's. I still think Chase Hooper wins. I think it's gonna be a lot of Alexander Hernandez trying to like pressure him with the veteran type moves and stuff. But I think Chase Hooper just times the takedowns. And I think if Chase Hooper can out-grapple Jim Miller like he did, he could out-grapple Alexander Hernandez like he did. So I'm going to go with Chase Hooper. I think Chase Hooper wins a decision. Maybe even split decision win. But we'll see with close rounds. Now, Lupi Godinez versus Jessica Andrade. This is going to be a banger, guys. I really do think this is going to be a banger. I got Lupi Godinez. I think her boxing is going to be better. I think they're both not going to be on the back foot. I don't think anyone's going to be on the back foot here. I think they're going to get into like a firefight with good exchanges. But I believe Lupi Godinez wins those exchanges. Then I believe she will pressure and I don't believe she'll be able to hold down Jessica Andrade. That's hard to do. But I believe she'll get the takedowns she needs. I just believe I just believe she outworks Jessica Andrade here. People forget that Lupe Godinez is probably the hardest one of the hardest working fighters on the roster. Bro, people forget she came into the UFC and just went fight after fight after fight after fight. Now recently, obviously it's smart to do. She takes time in between fights, which is good. I think that helps a lot. I think Lupe Godinez, she just outworks Jessica Andrade here. I think she wins the boxing exchanges. I don't think there's going to be any kicking. Lupe Godinez, she's a boxer. Jessica Andrade, boxer. But I believe Lupe Godinez will be able to get on the inside more. There will be a physicality advantage with Jessica Andrade maybe in the clinches, but I believe Lupe Godinez will be able to get out of those. She's a wrestler. I believe she'll get takedowns on Jessica Andrade. I believe they'll get takedowns on each other, but I believe Lupe Godinez will get the necessary ones and get more of them and just win those exchanges. Now, Gerald Meerschaert versus Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. How's this fight not already happened? Like, this looks like a fight that has already happened. That you've just seen happen, but it hasn't apparently. Or maybe it has, I don't know. I got Michael Oleksiejczuk by knockout. He knocked out the criminal last. I forgot the guy's name. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, he's entered kind of a new zone, He recently came off of knocking, I forgot the guy's name, the criminal, and then before that he lost to Sheributa Magomedov, but that was a very close fight where he was throwing some hands, man. I believe he knocks out Gerald Meerschaert. Now, don't be surprised if Gerald Meerschaert submits Mikhail Oleksiejczuk in a similar way to which Kevin Holland did to Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. Do not be surprised if that happens. Don't be surprised if, Mikhail Oleksiejczuk drops Gerald Meerschaert and Gerald Meerschaert submits him on the ground. Gerald Meerschaert has a nasty ground game. People really do forget that, but I'm going to go Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. I think he wins by knockout. Do not be surprised if Gerald Meerschaert gets the upset here. It's not even an upset. Guys, I got Bobby Green with the upset, man. I really do think, at first, I was thinking, Diego Ferreira, man. Bro, he beat Matthias Rebecki, Michael Johnson. Those are his last few good wins. King Green, my apologies. His last two wins were Jim Miller and Grant Dawson. Now, the Grant Dawson win, very good. Very good win because he knocked him out. I believe he's going to knock out Diego Ferreira here. I believe Bobby Green, he's still slick, man. And Diego Ferreira just moves slow, in my opinion. I think he's going to pressure Bobby Green. And the type of pressure that Diego Ferreira has, you got to be a slick striker to beat Bobby Green. Look at the strikers he's lost to. Like Jalen Turner, long lightweight, kind of slick. Mauricio Huffy, very slick striker. Do I even have to say more? Bobby Green don't lose to bums, you know what I mean? Knocks out Grant Dawson. I think actually Bobby Green is going to win here. I really do think he's going to win. Look at how he schooled Jim Miller on the feet. Like, people forget about that fight. UFC 300, man, that wasn't that long ago. It was like 2 years ago. Less than 2 years ago, man. Bobby Green's going to chin Diego Ferreira. It's going to be with Diego Ferreira coming in, and Bobby Green's going to throw just a typical Bobby Green hood style, and just catch him. Bobby Green by knockout, upset. Tim Elliott versus Kai Asakura. Bro, Kai Asakura is going to put on a clinic here. I really do think he is. I don't think Tim Elliott's even that fast. Now, he's underrated. Excuse me. There wasn't anything in there. I lied. Tim Elliott is good, man. People forget, man. Tim Elliott is good, but I don't think he's going to be good enough. I think Kai Asakura actually looked really good against Pantoja, considering that was his first fight in the UFC, considering that was Pantoja, and considering, his striking is very good. Kai Asakura might just get a flying knee KO and revive his career. When this fight was first announced, I did not like this fight at all. I was like, bro, Kai Asakura versus Tim Elliott, irrelevant fight. This is gonna be a banger, and I think Kai Asakura's just gonna be too slick. Believe he's gonna be going side to side. He's gonna be chucking some flying knees. I think he KOs Tim Elliott second, third round, first, second round. I believe he has it, and he's long. He's big for the division, man. Give me Kai Asakura by knockout. Jared Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page. I wanted to go with Jared Cannonier just because I thought like he's just too thick and too strong, and that he has like power, and maybe he could be the one to, because the whole thing with Michael Venom Page is who could be the one to just time Michael Venom Page when he's coming in. But look at who's Michael Venom Page's verse. His last fight, Sherbuta Magomedov. Very good fighter, very good striker. Schooled him. Ian Gary schooled on the feet. Didn't school, but Ian Gary couldn't time it. Kevin Holland couldn't time it. And all those guys in Bellator couldn't. Bellator? What promotion was Michael Venom? I don't care. I'm a casual. I'm a fake fan. Everyone knows that. I was thinking, Jared Cannonier could be the one, man. I think there's going to be a lot of clinching. I think it's going to be a boring fight. Every one of MVP's fights are kind of boring. Like, you do realize that. But I believe it's going to be kind of a boring fight, clinchy type fight, and Jared Cannonier is going to win the clinch. He really is going to win the clinch. Just look at them. He'll win the clinches. He could even take down. I could see Jared Cannonier getting those two unders, getting a body lock and just dragging MVP down. But MVP has, he's big, he's long. He has good takedown defense. Every striker has every elite striker has good takedown defense. That's a fact. That's why they're able to make it that far. I got MVP though. I think he does his typical MVP performance. I think it'll be like similar to the Kevin Holland fight, but just a little more I don't even know, man. And Jared Cannonier, he's stiff. Actually, he's not even that stiff, but I think he leaves his hands a little low. MVP's going to time it. Just your typical MVP performance. Kind of going to be a stink fest, but whatever. Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. I kind of got a lot of upsets on here. I got Jeff Neal knocking TKO and Carlos Prates in the second round. I believe his boxing, his hands will genuinely I think let me think. I'm gonna stick with my upset. I don't know. I'm going so back and forth on this fight because people are really forgetting who Jeff Neal is. Look at his last few fights. RDA, that sucks. RDA got injured, but he still TKO'd him, whatever, in a minute. Before that, it was... Who was it? Ian Gary. Split decision, Shavkat Rakhmonov beat up on Shavkat a little bit. He got finished, but he beat up on Shavkat. I think Jeff Neal wins, man. I really do think he does. Like, he has power in his hands, and Jeff Neal will not fight on the back foot. He will not. And Carlos Prates isn't even like a counter puncher. He's a guy on the front foot who knocks people out going backwards. Look at the Li Jing Liang fight. Look at the Neil Magny fight. They're all going backwards. Even look at that Li Jing Liang fight. Li Jing Liang, he was getting his shots in, man, on Carlos Prates. And Jeff Neal's a way better boxer than Li Jing Liang. And he'll throw some teeps. I got Jeff Neal TKO and Carlos Prates in the second round. He's not going to back up. And Carlos Prates doesn't do good on the back foot. I don't think he does. I think he's never done good on the back foot. I'm sure he has some knockouts on the back foot, but who are they against? Not Jeff Neal, man. I think Jeff Neal knocks out Carlos Prates, TKOs him in the second round. I genuinely think he does. I really do. Yeah, I think he does. Jeff Neal, man. I could be very wrong. Now, Aaron Pico versus Lerone Murphy. However you want to say it, or Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. I'm gonna go with the Lerone Murphy. I do believe Aaron Pico steals a round by taking down Lerone Murphy. I think that's probably in the. I think Lerone Murphy he needs a second to warm up. I think the first round Aaron Pico is gonna win. I think it's gonna be on the feet a little bit. I think it's gonna be pretty even on the feet in the first round. Aaron Pico lands a takedown 3 minutes left in the first round. Holds Lerone Murphy on top. Second, third round, I believe Lerone Murphy schools him on the feet. I really do. I think now Aaron Pico's faster in my opinion. He is faster on the feet. He does have more power on the feet, but Lerone Murphy is just slicker, more skilled. He switch stances. He can switch stances. I think that'll mess with Aaron Pico. And guys, look at all these guys coming from different promotions. They all lose, and they're versing absolute bombs. Like compared to like who is you can't name one opponent Aaron Pico has beat. All you like hard like I don't know, man. All you people coming out of the woodwork saying that Aaron Pico, man, Aaron Pico, you guys are just saying that for the clout, man. Lerone Murphy, he should beat Aaron Pico. 2-1 decision, man. Give me Lerone Murphy. I think he just more slicker. I think he chucks his kick. Lerone Murphy is the definition of a calculated fighter. He's not gonna go wild, take any huge risks, but he's not gonna not take risks, and he's not gonna not stick to his game plan. Lerone Murphy is a calculated guy, calculated fighter. He's going to throw his kicks. He's going to outbox Aaron Pico. He will get taken down, though. I believe he will get taken down a couple times, but I believe he'll get back up in the later rounds. I believe his gas tank's going to be better. Give me Lerone Murphy, man. Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. I'm not going to tell you guys. You got to watch the video coming up right here. Yo, that's going to be cold if I edit this, like where the video comes up right here. You guys got to watch that video of Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis, or Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. My official prediction. I did a breakdown of that fight, guys. And you guys are gonna be very, very surprised who wins. Or I'm gonna be surprised who wins. Even if it's my exact prediction I had, I'm still gonna be surprised, you know. For yeah, so if you want to know who I chose to win this fight, go to this video or that video or this video or this video. I don't know where I'm gonna have it. Like I don't know how to edit at all. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. I'm excited for this. Peace out.